Picture yourself standing before the Great Pyramid of Giza, its massive limestone blocks rising 481 feet into the desert sky. You're looking at one of humanity's most incredible achievements, built over 4,500 years ago without modern machinery, computers, or even the wheel for construction. How did ancient Egyptian workers move 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2 and 80 tons, with nothing but human ingenuity, determination, and surprisingly sophisticated engineering? The story begins not with aliens or lost technology, but with thousands of skilled workers, brilliant architects, and a pharaoh's divine ambition. When Pharaoh Khufu decided to build his eternal resting place around 2580 BCE, he wasn't just commissioning a tomb, he was launching the ancient world's most ambitious construction project. The pyramid would take approximately 20 years to complete and require a workforce that archaeologists now estimate numbered around 20,000 people during peak construction periods. The first challenge was obtaining the materials. The core of the pyramid consists of local limestone quarried directly from the Giza Plateau, creating convenient pits that workers could access without transporting stone over long distances. However, the outer casing required higher quality limestone from quarries across the Nile River at Tura, and the internal chambers needed granite from Aswan, over 500 miles south. Egyptian workers developed sophisticated quarrying techniques using copper tools, wooden wedges, and controlled fires to split stone along natural fault lines. They would drill holes, insert dry wooden wedges, then soak them with water. As the wood expanded, it would crack the stone with incredible precision. Transportation presented the next enormous challenge. For local limestone, workers likely used a combination of sledges, rollers, and ramps. Recent archaeological evidence suggests they may have used a cradle system, wooden frameworks that held blocks while teams of workers pulled them using ropes. The famous papyrus discovered at Wadi al-Jarf revealed that granite blocks from Aswan traveled by boat along the Nile during flood season when water levels were highest. Egyptian engineers had constructed a sophisticated harbor system at Giza, connecting the Nile to the construction site through carefully engineered canals. But how did they lift massive blocks, hundreds of feet into the air? This question has puzzled researchers for centuries, and the answer involves multiple ingenious solutions working together. The Egyptians almost certainly used ramps, but not a single straight ramp that would have required enormous amounts of material. Instead, they likely employed a combination of systems: straight ramps for initial construction, zigzag ramps that wrapped around the growing pyramid, and possibly internal ramps built within the structure itself. Recent discoveries using cosmic ray imaging have revealed mysterious voids within the Great Pyramid, suggesting internal ramp systems that allowed workers to transport blocks to upper levels while maintaining the pyramid's structural integrity. The precision of pyramid construction reveals sophisticated mathematical and engineering knowledge. The base of the Great Pyramid is level to within just 2.1 centimeters, achieved without laser levels or modern surveying equipment. Egyptian engineers used a system called the 3-4-5 triangle to create perfect right angles, along with plumb lines, A-frames, and careful astronomical observations to ensure precise orientation. They aligned the pyramid's sides almost perfectly with cardinal directions, with an accuracy that wasn't surpassed until modern times. The workforce organization was equally remarkable. Rather than using slaves as Hollywood movies suggest, evidence shows the pyramids were built by paid workers, including permanent crews of skilled craftsmen and seasonal workers who joined during Nile flood periods when farming was impossible. Archaeological excavations have uncovered workers' villages complete with bakeries, breweries, medical facilities, and cemeteries. These workers received meat, bread, and beer rations, and those who died during construction were buried with honors, their tombs bearing inscriptions proudly proclaiming their roles in building the pharaoh's eternal monument. Different specialized teams handled specific tasks. Master builders and architects planned each phase, while surveyors ensured geometric precision. Stonemasons shaped blocks to fit perfectly without mortar, creating joints so tight that even today you cannot slide a knife blade between them. Ramp builders constructed and modified the transportation systems as the pyramid grew higher. Logistics coordinators managed the flow of materials, food, and workers. Even boat builders constructed the vessels needed to transport granite from distant quarries. The construction process followed careful seasonal rhythms. Heavy transportation work occurred during Nile flood season when the river could carry large stones and when agricultural workers were available. Precise stone cutting and placement happened year-round, performed by permanent crews who lived near the construction site. The project required unprecedented coordination of resources, with supply chains stretching across Egypt to bring materials, food, and specialized workers to Giza. Modern experiments have recreated many Egyptian techniques, proving their effectiveness. Teams using only ancient tools and methods have successfully quarried, transported, and lifted multi-ton blocks. These experiments reveal that Egyptian solutions, while requiring enormous human effort, were entirely achievable with period technology and exceptional organization. Computer modeling has shown how ramp systems could have functioned, while archaeological evidence continues to support theories about Egyptian construction methods. The internal construction of the pyramid reveals even more sophisticated engineering. The Great Pyramid contains multiple chambers connected by narrow passages, including the King's Chamber, Queen's Chamber, and the mysterious Grand Gallery. This 153-foot-long corridor rises at a precise 26-degree angle, its core-belled ceiling creating an architectural masterpiece that has inspired engineers for millennia. The builders had to calculate exact weight distribution to prevent collapse, designing relieving chambers above the King's Chamber to redirect the enormous pressure of millions of tons of stone above. Evidence suggests the Egyptians used surprisingly advanced tools and techniques. Copper saws with abrasive sand could cut through limestone with remarkable efficiency. They employed lever systems and counterweights to position heavy blocks precisely. Recent discoveries of papyrus records from the reign of Khufu detail a sophisticated bureaucracy managing every aspect of construction, from worker assignments to food distribution. These documents reveal project management skills that rival modern construction operations. The astronomical alignment of the pyramids demonstrates the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics. The Great Pyramid's passages align with specific stars and constellations that held religious significance. The builders used the circumpolar stars, which never set in the Egyptian sky, to achieve perfect north-south orientation. This required nighttime observations and complex calculations, proving that pyramid construction involved not just physical labor, but advanced scientific knowledge. Weather and seasonal considerations played crucial roles in construction planning. The dry desert climate preserved wooden tools and organic materials that would have rotted elsewhere, allowing archaeologists to study original construction equipment. Workers planned their most demanding tasks during cooler months, while flood season provided both transportation advantages and a ready workforce of farmers temporarily unable to work their fields. The legacy of pyramid construction extends far beyond ancient Egypt. Techniques developed for pyramid building influenced architecture throughout the ancient Mediterranean world. The precision measurement systems, ramp technologies, and organizational methods pioneered at Giza were adapted for countless other monumental projects. The mathematical principles encoded in pyramid proportions influenced Greek geometry and continue to fascinate mathematicians today. The Great Pyramid stands today as testament to human achievement through collaboration, ingenuity, and determination. Its builders solved complex engineering problems through careful observation, mathematical precision, and innovative thinking. They created one of the world's most enduring monuments not through supernatural intervention, but through the remarkable capabilities of organized human effort. Every perfectly fitted stone block represents hours of skilled craftsmanship. Every precisely aligned passage demonstrates sophisticated planning, and every structural element reveals deep understanding of engineering principles. When you next see images of the pyramids, remember that you're looking at proof of what people can accomplish when vision, knowledge, and dedication combine to push the boundaries of what seems possible, creating monuments that continue to inspire wonder nearly 5,000 years after their completion.